Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cancer Bus Podcast, where we want to fuck not for love or for sport, but because when I fuck and I walk away, it's the only time that I feel control.
Oh, fuck.
Today with
That's
us.
a deep fucking dig. Holy shit.
And with us today, we are joined by the wonderful, talented, and hilarious Todd motherfucking Barriage.
Yo, that's me.
That is you, man. How are you doing today, Todd?
Man, I was having a good day, and then you brought up Friends. How you doing?
For context, for everyone who doesn't know, Todd is a fantastic musician who wrote a song 7 years ago that has never left my fucking brain.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
My whole adult life has been repressing that project.
Why?
Because that whole thing was... So it was called Friends, spelled like the show, but it's not the show. It was a way to just take a bunch of shit I couldn't deal with emotionally
Right.
and just shove it in a box and forget about it.
Way to go, Stebbin.
Well, fuck, I didn't know you were friends with this.
So I fucking release the shit to the world, because I'm like that.
Same.
So it's just out there forever now, and at least once every couple months someone will bring up the big, yo, when are you doing season 2? And it's like, my life hasn't fallen apart quite enough yet.
Well, and now you're on the Cancer Bus, so congratulations, you've officially hit low.
You're getting there.
I'm on my way.
It should be like Taylor Swift and write a fucking song about it.
Yo, have y'all heard the new T-Swift though?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
To be honest, the only reason I know that she put out a new song was because I found out that they're making a Disney Plus Willow TV series. And when I went
it's
to
gonna be
look
on
it
Disney
up,
Plus?
yeah, and when I went to look it up, all that was popping up was check out
Oh, no.
Taylor Swift's new song Willow, and I'm like,
Yep.
is it related to the fucking show?
Is
No.
it? Oh.
Then I don't
That's
care.
ridiculous. I almost covered that song yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it came out like midnight yesterday, right?
I think so.
And so I woke up, I listened through the album, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cover one of these. And I want to say like 80% of the way there, and I just kind of like, I was like, I'm not feeling it, and so I
Right.
just scrapped it. Which I don't know. You don't get a lot of opportunities to cover a Taylor Swift song the day it comes out.
Yeah. That would have been nice for people, for the cover fandom.
Right? So,
Upload
but
it the same day, send it directly to her.
Then
I was
tell her
gonna.
You stole my song.
I was going to. No, it was like 7 p.m. I was just like, yeah, I could be doing something else with my time. Like, this isn't... I don't know. I have a weird relationship with making content.
Well, I mean, I think you've covered a T Swift song before, haven't you? Didn't you cover Trouble?
Yeah, forever ago.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, it was a lot of
I'll
fun.
never remember that video. So I'll never forget that video just for the solid, like, was it like 45-minute long portion of you reading a book on the toilet and wiping your ass going, oh!
Yeah, it was. It wasn't Forrest Gump. It was the sequel to Forrest Gump.
That was it.
Yep.
I just always figured you were like, I don't know what in your head was like, I should film this shit.
It was literally. The thought went into my head, and I was like, okay.
Beautiful.
I tend not to argue with myself. So when I have ideas like that, I just do it. I try not to think ever.
You see, and I appreciate that's one thing I was actually really stoked to see you like starting back up on YouTube again. Is and you even talked about it, is just like the music YouTube scene takes itself way too seriously.
Oh, it fucking sucks.
It needs some fun in there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I tried to do a bit of a comedy music thing for a while there, but it just came off as me trying to be Filthy Frank, and I'm like, oh, this isn't working.
There's a lot that, like, I'll get halfway through an idea and realize, oh, I'm just being this person who does it better, and it's their whole brand.
Yeah, I have that same fucking problem sometimes.
I've...
Go on.
Oh, I was, like, when I was like, oh, I'm coming back, I had, like, 20 video ideas. And I have gotten probably 60 to 80% of the way through, like, 6 different videos.
Wonderful.
And then just scrapped it. Because I'm just like, fuck it. Like, this stopped being fun for me. I don't want to put it out because it's not going to be fun.
Exactly. Now, I was the same. I got like super fucking inspired by like iDubbbz and Chris Reagan. I'm like, I should fucking start.
Oh man.
I should fucking start making like some form of YouTube content. I didn't realize like my that kind of weird sense of humor was a viable thing you could do on the platform at some point. But
Right?
it's just at the same time. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things that I'm just not built to do.
Yeah, I feel like if there was a way to make money being an asshole, I'd have probably figured it out by now.
It's everyone's goal.
That's why I don't do YouTube.
Yeah.
There's no audience for just staring off into space and wishing that you were dead, so I don't really do that.
There's a streaming audience for that.
Oh,
There's literally an entire culture of sleep streamers.
there is,
Yeah.
in fact.
Just watch me die day 73.
It's just me sitting
That's the name of your
quietly.
stream.
I'll never respond to chat. I might look
No.
directly at the chat and go, ha, and then just turn my head.
Get a second computer that you position behind yourself that has the chat on it, and occasionally turn around and just look at it in disdain.
You can just fucking disgusting.
I hate all you people. I have to say though, where I feel I've failed at YouTube, I feel streaming's really fucking pulled it out for me.
Like I said, it's really just independent on the person.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm much better live than I am planned, because when I plan, it's the only time I feel control.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Todd.
I have a really hard time with streaming, which I thought
I think you
I
do
would be better
great.
at.
You do a great job streaming. It's a lot less complicated than we feel it should be, I've learned. Because I feel like I
Yes.
should be doing a lot more, but people literally just want to
No.
sit there and fuck off.
no, YouTube is for
They
doing
just
a
wanna
lot
hang out.
more. Twitch streaming is just for, like, chilling and being yourself.
Yeah, meeting some
Yeah.
nice people in chat, meeting other people. It's just about enjoying yourself and building a small community.
As much as I talk about him, and I know you can't stand it because I never stop talking about him, but, like, Michael Reeves actually said it best in that. It was like when he started doing YouTube content,
Yeah.
he thought about the kind of YouTube videos that he liked to watch and emulated those because in his own style, because like if he didn't want to watch his own videos, why the fuck would anyone else?
You know,
Yep.
the one video I ever experimented with, like content genre I tried that actually turned out okay, was I tried doing a Let's Play of Stardew Valley. And I feel like
Oh.
that was probably the best content I've ever done. I just don't do Let's Play content well by myself. I work
Yeah,
better
you
with
need
like
someone to bounce off.
Exactly.
Because I've tried it too. I had a channel called Todd
Todd
Sucks.
sucks. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Todd
And-
sucks.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But I had to just like scrap it because like the friends that I vibe with in a way that could work live like super far away. So like in order to make that content, it was like a thing. They'd have to like come down for the weekend, and we just as we became adults, it was like no one could carve the time out anymore.
Well,
And I'm not
something
doing that shit alone.
if you ever want, like that's something we can use Discord for. Like if you'd
That's
ever
true.
want to do like a duo channel, or even where you're gaming and I'm just watching over the Discord or Stebbin or I don't know. I'd be more than happy to work a project with you. You've got that sense of humor that I can dig into.
Yeah, like if I can figure out Discord.
Oh yeah, even if we can't figure out Discord, we've obviously figured out Facebook at least.
Worst case scenario, TeamSpeak 3 is always free.
You see that's the thing I find
Wow.
funny is the whole reason I set up the Discord for the Cancer Bus in the first place was for better quality audio calls whenever we have a guest on.
Right.
And now we're back on Facebook because Discord failed me.
It's got to be something on my end.
We'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
But no, like, and honest to God, I've learned also like Twitter and Twitch are just way more fucking accessible than Facebook is these days. I'm
Oh,
so
God.
done with that fucking website. I'm just done with it.
I don't use it.
I have it for Messenger. And
Yes,
every now and
see,
again I'll advertise, but that's it.
I only talk to Parker on Messenger.
I love Parker.
I literally, Messenger is my Parker app. And like, sure, I get other messages on there. I ignore them all because I don't want to fucking use Facebook.
You know, I'll be honest.
I'm
gonna-
surprised Parker doesn't have a Twitter himself. Like, he'd be great to move his music on there. Dude's talented as hell.
How long has it been since the last time I posted?
You know what? One of these days, we need to have both you and Parker on and just fucking go off for an episode. I think that'd be fun.
I would love that.
I haven't gotten to like physically speak to Parker in person since like high school. Whenever we were in a band together.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a wow.
Because right after high school, he started doing college. I moved to go to college, and then by the time I dropped out and failed, he had already started moving out and succeeding.
Yeah, he went hard.
Yeah, no, he made a lot of jumps for the better, and I'm fucking proud of him.
Yeah, for anyone listening, it's P.A.R.Ker is his music name. He makes really awesome stuff. You should check him out.
He's on Spotify. He's on YouTube.
Yes.
Look him up.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Actually, for the people that find this over Twitter and the people that find this over Discord, I will have a link to one of his latest tunes that came out here lately for you guys to listen to. Like, definitely get some Parker in your day.
I got to steal his voice for a song I'm working on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that you two finally got to record together. I'm like, they did it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Because like we did like 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it's like I mixed his like first EP, and for some, I don't know if he asked me or if I was just a dick and like imposed myself, but I ended up on his first EP, and we haven't done anything together since, which is fucked because we have like not the same voice, very distinct voices, but with the same range.
And your voices work together very well too.
Yeah. So like in this new song I got to steal him for, it's a cover of Silver and Cold by AFI.
Right.
And in the bridge of that song, the guitarist.
Was that the one I saw you mixing on stream? Because I remember watching you mix an AFI song on stream.
See, I'm doing a full record of theirs.
Oh, nice.
It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
Don't say that. I've always wanted to do that with a Coheed album, with their first
Man,
album. I've always wanted
do
to
it.
just redo it myself too, but it looks
Dude,
like
just
such
commit
pain.
and do it. Because I've got 7 songs finished now, and the instruments and half the mixing is done for all the rest. So like within the next couple weeks I'll be done, and then I'm doing like a YouTube cover video for each song, which is I'm doing the B-sides as well, so it's like fucking 19 songs.
Oh hell, dude!
But it is the most interesting thing from a production standpoint, trying to reverse engineer sounds from a record 20 years ago.
Oh man, I could bet.
Dude, my game has fucking leveled up.
Really learning that much from it, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sitting there for like a fucking Aspie, just sitting there, listening to like the original, and then just trying to get the same sounds. You know, and I'll loop like a riff, and just tweak the amp settings until my version sounds kind of like theirs.
Right.
Because Jerry Finn produced it, and he passed away 10 years ago, before interviews were a thing, really, for producers. So there's no fucking evidence of his brain anywhere in the world.
I'm so fucking taken aback by the fact that we don't fucking give producers like the credit that they deserve as much as we do. Like, musicians are great and talented, very, but the producers where a lot of fucking magic comes in.
Yeah, like pop punk died when Jerry Finn died.
Yeah.
Because like he did Sum 41, Blink-182's self-titled. He worked with Green Day. He did AFI, and then when he passed away, all those bands started sucking shit.
You're not wrong. The closest thing I can get to like pop punk currently that I enjoy isn't even pop punk. It's ska. Actually, Less Than Jake just put out a new album 2 days ago, or an
They're
EP.
so fucking good.
I love Less Than Jake.
Finally, a man of culture.
They're on the new Tony Hawk.
They are.
They brought back the original song that they had in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and then they put on another one of their songs, and I don't remember which one got put on the extra sound.
Time Bomb.
Oh yeah, Bomb Drop.
Yeah,
Bomb Drop. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, no, wait, that's a Rancid song.
It came out like interestingly that one actually came out like 2 years ago on an EP.
Yeah.
So they weren't even using like an
for
old
the
song.
bomb to drop. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
the one.
That's a really good song. That had a music video to it too, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It was about a
You know, we
failing
got in
YouTuber.
contact with them originally, and I need to get back a hold of them again and
Yeah,
see if they
Jake?
want to get on the podcast.
They literally told us they needed to see it so that they weren't fucking themselves over by coming anywhere near us.
And I just forgot to send like the sample episodes to them. I'll send them this one. Hi, Leslie
Yeah, I was gonna say
Jake.
send them this one.
You guys want to be on the podcast now?
Chris, Roger, JP, other guys.
Damn it.
Any of you really want to come on here, especially Roger. I got so many things nice to say about Roger and Chris.
And Roger.
And Roger. I mean, honestly, they're one of the very few fucking bands. I'm not saying this now because you might have to listen to this at some point, and if you do, hi guys. But they're one of the few bands that they've found a way to like change their sound a little bit with every album, but it still sounds good and it still sounds fresh.
Except for Losing Streak. Losing Streak was their worst album.
Yeah?
You think so?
100%.
Not B is for B-sides?
No, B is for B-sides. I just didn't get when it first came out.
So I thought that was your least favorite album of theirs.
It was until
Yo, B-sides
like,
are sick.
I liked B is for B-sides.
No, see, it's Losing Streak was their first album, and I thought it was pretty okay. But Pescore, sorry.
Yeah,
and Losing
Pescore.
Streak was their second album, and the audio quality of it, in and of itself, was enough to make it their worst fucking album.
How was the writing on it?
It was okay.
I've never listened to
Like
it.
wholeheartedly, that has it's both my least favorite album and has my least favorite song, which is Shindo.
Oof.
Shindo was if I could completely erase that song from my memory, I would.
Really?
And then I just write myself a memo. Don't listen to this song. Don't ask questions. Don't ask why. Just
You know, there's like 18 songs I've uploaded on Facebook that are all privatized for I want to forget that I wrote them. So I get that.
like it was.
I have literally gone there was one day like last week or 2 weeks ago I went onto my YouTube channel and I was like I had just uploaded like 2 songs, one cover, one original, and I'm like, you know, I've been making a lot of let me hear my old shit again. I'm like, oh my
no.
god, I uploaded this. This sounds like a bad MIDI file. Make it go away.
Man, going back to old stuff is fun.
It is.
Like,
I like going back to
it's-
like, how can I make this sound pretty now?
See, I never
Well,
put
just
out
like the
any sort of
soul
content,
searching.
so I don't have that problem except when I go back and look at old Facebook posts and cringe.
Oh god.
I'd like
old
to see you
Facebook
start-
posts are...
I'd like to see if I got you a drawing pad. Would that be something you'd be interested in doing again?
You mean a drawing pad that would forever be destroyed by my 8-year-old child
I
who
mean-
never lets me have anything without destroying it?
I mean, I'm sure you'd find a place to put it where he wouldn't get to it. He hasn't destroyed your computer yet.
That's because he knows that he will die.
Put it in your computer. I'd
No.
just open up the case and put it in there.
No, I feel like that would get him to actually start fucking with my computer.
I want your iPad.
Fine then, I'll get the drawing pad. I'll learn how to draw.
I'll,
We can just have all of my fucking 3rd grade drawings for all of our emotes.
I will show you how to draw, but I won't do it.
Okay, I'll take it. I need to learn anyway. I don't want to have to outsource in the future. Like right now, I'm talking
yeah.
to somebody about album art that does pixel art and stuff like that.
I mean, like, you can technically go see my old artwork. It still exists. It's just on Facebook.
See, it's hard to fucking sort through Facebook when being on that
Yep.
website makes me physically nauseated.
That's true. I'm just saying, like, I was going back and looking at old pictures. And I was just like, I saw a couple of my old drawings, and I'm like, the fuck are these doing on here?
I can't go back and check my old Facebook. Because of this podcast, Facebook trashed my old account.
That is true.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah,
Yes,
they don't
we-
like
we-
the word
what-
cancer.
We had a band on called Artificial Language, who, by the way, also very talented band, very, very talented group. We had their drummer and their keyboard player on. They were fucking wonderful.
Right.
And after we upload, because we had like a 10-minute conversation at the end of it about cum consistency. And after
Okay.
I uploaded and advertised that episode, my Instagram got shut down, the page got shut
What
down,
the
and my
fuck?
account got perma-banned.
For talking about cum?
For talking about cum, shit, and how to properly eat bread. Well, that was pretty much the entire hour-long podcast. Was those 3 topics. And chips.
And chips.
And chips. We talked about chips.
So within the context of cum shit and how to eat bread, I'm assuming these things are happening at the same time.
For the most part, yeah. They kind of
So-
came in together.
Do you like sponge up the cum before
No.
you eat the bread?
You mix it in with the shit and make like Nutella, and then put some peanut butter on one side, put some shit cum on the other side, and fold it up into a small sandwich.
We call it the classic.
I call it Nutella.
Yo, if you swirled shit and cum together, you could make like a shit peppermint.
Yeah.
Shippermint. I like it.
We'll put some of these fucking nicotine vape pods in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right, everyone. As of today, the Cancer Bus has become cigarette-free. As far, yeah, we are
clapping
now
over
on
here.
vaping.
I'm proud of you guys. That's a big step, though.
Oh, dude. Like, I mean, I feel bad because I'm pretty sure I'm the reason Stebbin started smoking in the first place.
You don't have to
I
guess.
was.
Like, you don't have to guess. It literally happened because you were in the car chain smoking, in our home chain smoking, and I couldn't fucking breathe. So I said, just give me the goddamn cigarette.
Yeah, at least it's your choice at that point.
Yeah.
No, it was literally just, eventually, I'm going to train my body to be used to this so that I can breathe around people who smoke.
Yeah.
And then I just kept smoking.
And then
So I just became a hermit. That was my answer to
that was a better answer. Well, you see, though, we do hermit all the time, though. That's the problem, though. We were always home, and I was always smoking. And we literally, like, we didn't have a house. We had a room that we lived in.
yeah.
Like,
I
probably
literally slept
10
in
by
a-
10 foot room that
I
we lived
literally
in.
slept in a chair.
Yeah.
Like a reclining chair.
Now, keep in mind, I had a full-size bed, and I offered him to sleep in the bed with me, but he took the chair.
Why'd you take the chair? There's a full-size bed
Because
with a body in it.
I get morning wood about 5 seconds after I lay down.
You know how hard
Yeah.
it is for me to wake up.
And it's more I'm
Could
also
make it
a
harder.
cuddler.
Wink.
And eventually the rubbing, and I don't want Josh to wake up with cum in his cheeks.
I do.
Well, you should have said something. Maybe I would have slept in the goddamn bed.
I got a queen-size bed right here.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
but I'm engaged.
We need. Damn it.
Hey.
Hey,
You can't stay engaged without a little gay.
Honestly, like, if I was going to cheat on Heather, I think the only person she could imagine me doing it
There is so
Everyone's got that friend.
I am that friend for everyone.
No,
I have so many friends. It's weird. I don't see it. I don't know. I'm a huggy person. Like I'm an affection showing friend. So I see a friend, man or woman, I give him a hug and I say, hey, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. And I think that's just not the norm here. And people just see that and go, oh, he's gay. I'm like, I mean, I'm not, but.
I mean, it certainly doesn't help that we went into a video rental place.
Yeah.
The guy asked us if we were how long we'd been together,
And I grabbed his hand.
Mm.
and started telling him we'd been together for about 2 years.
2 years
In the
Yes.
most
bliss.
effeminate voice you possibly could.
We've been together for about 2 years now, and it's been nothing but pure bliss. I love him so
Gee,
much.
I wonder how signals got mixed, Josh.
Didn't I give you a kiss on the cheek after that too?
Yeah, which is crazy. You'll kiss
Alright.
me on the cheek, but you still lose gay chicken.
I do
anytime
lose
we
gay-
play.
that alone right there should be enough proof to your fiance you and I aren't gonna fuck. I don't do gay chicken with you because you're just gonna go gay with it, and I'm gonna back out.
Yeah, I have a rule. I will not play that game with 2 people.
Because it'll just become gay sex.
Like in a 3-way? Or like 2 specific people?
Like 2 specific people.
Okay.
Our friend Brent,
Yep.
because we played gay chicken one time, and the only reason we didn't make out was because one of our other friends didn't know we were playing gay chicken, and he turned around and started screaming frantically.
Wait, like with joy? Like he was happy as
No,
two friends?
like he was
of-
like full freaked out because he didn't know what was going on.
That's awesome.
And then the other one,
This is our friend Dylan.
yeah, and Dylan will escalate it as far as he can until he
Yep.
wins.
Yep.
Like I've tried. He immediately he doesn't like slow build up. I tried. He immediately went for the dick. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I've lost gay chicken exactly once. It was at a pub, and it was my guitarist in Theatria, so it was Dan's friend Dave. I just decided we were playing gay chicken, and the game ended with his dick in my face.
Yeah, that's
And
enough
I
to
realized,
just, like,
I
stop.
took the wrong end of this gay chicken blowjob.
You should have whipped it
And
out
so I-
first, Todd.
So I had to nope out of it, because, like, I don't know. I just didn't want to suck Dave's dick.
I mean,
What if it was the other way around and you had your dick in Dave's face? Would it have kept going, you think? I'm curious.
I would have seen how far he would have gone, for sure.
maybe he
For
did.
sure.
And
Maybe
see,
he,
this is why I respect you.
like I said, maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. Maybe it's a tragedy. Maybe it's supposed to be.
I can't figure it out.
Guys, that's been my lifelong secret, is that song's about Dave.
I knew it.
Fucking knew it. I called that shit day one.
Out of curiosity,
the-
what led to Theatria like stopping? I'm curious. I genuinely
Oh, man.
really liked Theatria.
I had basically like a several-year-long mental breakdown.
Right. I get that. I'm doing that now.
And that was it. Like, I couldn't function. Like, I quit making music entirely for 2 full years.
Oof.
Yeah, so like 2018, 2019, I was doing fucking nothing.
I get. I spent my entire 2019 basically being tortured in captivity, so I totally
Yeah.
fucking get it. Like I spent that year just trying to survive, and this entire year after it has been me trying to bounce back. And apparently,
been
me
fucking nice,
bouncing
though,
back
right?
has been like pandemic time, which has actually worked out great for me because I don't have to leave my house. I can just stay at home and bounce back.
Yeah, it took all the pressure off, like, living.
It did.
Yeah, see, that's
Like,
what I tell my coworkers all the time. Is like, you mean, like, they're complaining about the pandemic, and I'm just like, you mean, you have to respect my personal
Fucking
space
space.
bounds? Like, you have to respect my boundaries. You,
People in the Midwest, whenever they talk to you, get like a foot or two away from you.
yeah, and like,
Like
you,
they
Oh,
are in your
Jesus.
face when they're talking. You're like, back up.
like the government is now encouraging me to stay home and do nothing. They're encouraging me to not like socialize with extreme, like with more than a certain number of people. I'm like, this is what heaven's like. Your
Yeah.
hell is my heaven.
The world just got on our level, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, great, you're all experiencing what it is to be antisocial. Congratulations. This has been my whole life.
Whenever I was told, like, it was funny because I live with a friend of mine named Joe, and he's a mildly social person. He stays home a lot, but he likes to go out and do stuff from time to time, which is fine. And the moment him and I got put on quarantine after we got tested and everything, like, I was like, this is great. And after about 4 days, he was just like, I can't do this anymore. This sucks.
The longest I've ever gone without doing nothing was when my arm got broken and I had to sit around the house for 3 months. That made me go crazy. After like 2 months of doing nothing, yeah, I started to go a little stir.
Yeah, no, you went a little nutty after that.
But,
You had a fucking good reason. You got assaulted.
correct.
You were like, I don't want
Yep.
to go outside. The people out there fucking just broke my arm for a joke. That's a good reason not to go outside.
Did they at least get a lot of views out of it? Like,
No.
No, they didn't even do like a video of it. They just literally, he was walking home from work with a bag of like food. They beat him
Right.
up. They didn't even take the food.
They didn't take anything.
They
They
just
didn't want
came,
anything.
they just ran up behind him, pounded him in the back of the head, and then started dropping him on his arm.
well, yeah, because when you beat and you walk away, it's the only time you can feel control. I get it.
Glad we can help you come to terms with this. But yeah, no, they literally, like, they hit me in the back of the head,
Yeah.
dropped me on my arm and broke my arm. Then they full force kicked me in the back of the head. A car started to drive down that road, so they
What the
bolted off
fuck?
laughing. And, like, even in court, the one guy that, literally 2 of them agreed to testify as witnesses so that
Okay.
so that they could get off, because one of them was on parole and he wasn't even supposed to be out.
Wow.
And he got away with it. And then the one guy that they had in there, the judge asked him, like, why did you do this? Because we were drunk and we thought it would be fun.
Like, there were people down the street, like,
That's-
looking and laughing.
Yeah.
That was what they said in court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He was just like, yeah, no, we were drunk. He's also like 17. And he was like, we were underage drinking, and we thought it would be fun to just beat the shit out of somebody.
Jesus
And the
Christ,
people
dude,
that were,
what the
like,
fuck?
down the street laughing were fucking adults.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the parents or something, because they were just fucking fine with it.
That's so fucked up.
True story, though. I ended up working with the guy who went to jail over it. I ended up working with his sister and not knowing it. And
Yes.
I low-key 100% had a chance.
Yes. See, that's halfway where I wanted the story to go.
No, she was... I don't know if you remember her, because you used to come by Burger King all the time, that really hot black chick. I know I pointed it out to her, because I said that's the
Was she
sister.
tall?
No, she was shorter than me.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. No,
But
yeah,
she
she
was like-
seems sweet.
No, that was just it. Like, I don't think that they were raised by the same parents at all, because she was way too nice, and she was just perfect. And like, I 100% could have like dated her, but then I found out who her brother was, and I'm like, I don't want her to get the idea that I want to date her
Because of the scenario?
I want to revenge bang her and then get back at her brother.
No, man, you could have leveraged that into... No, I think you are so wonderful that even though you're blood related to this miscreant, Auga.
But no,
Auga.
like literally the only thing I could. The problem is, it's not even just about that. It's because that's eventually what it would become. Because the second I'd see him, like,
Yep.
go hang out with her family for Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
Yep.
And then I see him, and I'm like, hey, the first thing that's gonna come out of my mouth is just like, hey man, it's nice to see you again. You don't remember me? Maybe you recognize the back of my head when you fucking smashed it into the ground, you piece of shit. By the way, I wouldn't recommend going to sleep in your room. I had sex with your sister in there several times, and I definitely spooged on the blanket.
Fantastic.
And I don't think I could stop myself from doing that. Not at the time. I was not a particularly, like, verbally restrained person in any sort of fashion at that point.
No. I mean, you're still kind of not.
Yeah, but, like, I've toned it down a little bit.
In public, yeah.
Yeah, in public. But
So have I, to be fair. Like,
3 years ago, no.
no.
I didn't care if anyone heard me screaming whatever I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs in the middle of the fucking street if I wanted to.
Yeah, that was, I mean, way more than 2 years ago for me, but like, I remember when I was growing up, I was just fucking obscene.
No, same. I was obscene for the sake of being obscene.
Yeah,
lot.
like, I thought shock humor was the funniest shit in the world.
Exactly. Like, I was so fucking edgy.
Oh,
like,
yeah, everyone. I think everyone goes through that phase, though.
the edgy phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, what ruined it was I found out that, like, the world actually is as bad as all the edgy jokes. And so they're not funny anymore.
For me, it was
Exactly. It doesn't need the jokes. It's already like that.
For me,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
so,
literally
like-
going back through Facebook posts and like looking and
Ugh.
like, that's fucking dumb and cringe, and I hate it.
Yep. For me, it was 2016, and ever since then, like, the resurgence of, like, white supremacists and shit.
Yeah.
That was a game changer. I was like, oh, racism isn't, like, this funny, mythical bygone of the past. It never left.
No.
And, like, I'm up in, like, small town Canada. I have no fucking idea what's going on.
I get that. You see, we're in small
and
town
then-
Kansas, so we see it frequently.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
like-
small town Canada.
There was
except,
literally one of our co-hosts, Milks. Him and I used to work together at a factory. We were welders, and
Yep.
we had a coworker of like him and I were just talking about like because he's a bit younger than me, so we were talking about what it was like for each of us whenever we went to our respective high schools, and him like this other kid, like 22 years old, out of nowhere. I don't really much care for. I'm like, whoa, dude, what the hell?
Whoa.
We weren't even talking. Where the fuck did this come from? Like, Milks and I were just like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
do they just walk around with that shit in their back pocket? Just,
yes.
Yeah.
like, trying to find the moment and the person to fucking
Oh,
spring it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
There, he was like, this will be a great conversation starter. He had the same, like, he had the same thing with me. He's like, so, like, you don't really, like, hang out with much gays or anything, right? I'm like, my best friend's bisexual. Shut the fuck up. Like,
The
dude,
hell.
like that's legit what it's like around here. That's kind of why I kind of like doing the gay persona in public. Just to, like, it's like, you're all real. Hey, look at this shit. like Dylan and I will walk through like Walmart publicly, just like arm over shoulder, hand in hand sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that in high school, that was kind of my thing. Was like, there was this little pocket, like, it's a small town, so there's not a lot of gay kids,
Right.
and as a result, a lot of the other kids don't know how to handle the existence of gay kids. So
Right.
there was this little group of these like sexually diverse kids who would get picked on all the time. So my goal through high school was to just be the most camp, flamboyant, fucking like flesh shield for these kids, so
Hell
that
yeah,
if
brother.
anyone was getting called the F-bomb, it was me. Just because, like, I don't know, like, to me it seemed like it would be better if, those guys on the football team are gonna call people fag all the time. At least it'll be someone who, like, it won't scar me.
It's not going to affect you like it's going to affect someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're still saying an awful thing and just being fucking small town people, but I don't know. Like, that was sort of... It took until I was, like, 27 before I realized, like, oh, I'm not actually as effeminate as I think.
Same, actually. I always thought, like, people always called me, like, I was the woman of the group because, I was really...
100%.
Yeah, but it took me, actually, until I was about 27 whenever it finally hit me. I'm like, you know what? I'm really not as effeminate as I think. I think I'm just okay with emotions, and a lot of people aren't.
See, I have a very different perspective on that because I don't think I'm in any way like effeminate, but I totally am. And I used to have like really long hair, and I'd be called a woman a lot.
Yep.
And every time I was just like, I literally had a guy when I worked at a burger joint trying to start shit with me. He's like, "Excuse me, ma'am," and I was like, right face. Like, normally it's
You
like
held
from
the
the back.
door open for him, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm a nice guy like that.
Yeah, and he was
But,
just like, thank you, ma'am.
No. This was at the register. I held the door open for when he came in there.
Oh, okay.
But like he'd said something to me, like I was taking his order. "Excuse me, ma'am." I'm like, "What can I do for you?" And he's like, "You didn't hear me? I called you ma'am." "Yeah, I heard you. I just don't give a shit."
Oh my god.
Like, and I don't know, where we live is just kind of shit. Like, it's also in an area called the meth belt, so a lot of people here think, like, the whole reason that Stebbin
sweet.
got assaulted, in my belief, is just the people here think it's more quote unquote street than it really is. It's like, you all realize you live in Parsons, Kansas. You live in small town
But
Kansas.
I mean, like,
this isn't that big a deal
That
here.
behavior kind of like waywardly goes back to the edgy thing.
Yeah.
Like that edgy team.
Yeah.
Like, I
I mean, we did have somebody here get, like, their limbs and head hacked off with a
Yeah.
machete a few years ago.
That is true. But yeah, no,
That's
like
pretty
it's
fucking
just,
gangster. Holy
Right?
shit.
That's fucking metal as shit.
But no, it's one of those things of like, in the case of like being an edgy teen, if you do it for too long, it just, those words, that kind of behavior is just a part of your vernacular now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I still curse a lot, and I don't mean to, because that's just how I talked, because I thought I was going to be cool if I talked that way, but I never was. And it's the same thing with them. They get the idea that that what they're doing is cool, and then it just becomes their mannerisms over time, because that's now the only thing they know how to, the only way they know how to behave anymore.
yeah.
And they're not
practice
willing
makes
to
perfect,
retrain
so-
themselves to be nice.
That's too
That
hard.
makes sense.
I don't know, like the way I like to look at it, because I've had a lot of people tell me, "Yeah, you're a pretty nice guy." I was like, no, like, as long as you just treat everyone with at least a decent level of civility and respect, and everyone does that, and it doesn't become that's being a nice guy, that's just being a fucking person, I think we can make a lot of progress.
That's why I tell people I'm one of the nicest assholes you'll ever meet.
Exactly.
Because,
I'm
like,
I say I'm a nice guy, but I'm a terrible fucking person.
like I am only nice as long as you're nice. If
Yeah.
you're anything less than neutral, and you're giving me a reason, yeah, I'll be an asshole.
Yeah, I'll push back.
Oh yeah, I've got some shit in my back pocket.
Oh, of course. You
Like,
have to.
The first word that comes out of my mouth whenever anyone wants to start shit is just, "Hey, cunt." and then I
Yep.
just stare at them for a few seconds, and then whatever happens, happens.
You see, it's funny. People here love being edgy, but the moment you drop cunt, they get scared.
They get very
Yes.
confused. They're like,
Like
that's
they'll
a bad word.
like they'll drop N-bombs constantly, but the moment you say cunt, they're like, you're just being disrespectful. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was in the presence of a cunt.
No, all my coworkers, like, they all think I'm a super nice, super chill person. I'm like, no, I'm very angry, very hateful, and very rude. It's just you've given me no reason to show you that side of me. And I just don't care enough about my job or the people in it to waste any effort being anything less than just disinterested about everything.
Yeah, I save my fire for city councilors and police officers.
Pretty much. Like, I've only gotten into like one confrontation with any of my coworkers, and that was because he was passing around all proud of himself for his little mystery man detective work, finding it was like a fake Black Lives Matter poster
Right.
that said
Okay.
that they weren't going to stop until they controlled the entire state of Texas, and white people were out of office and black people were in control of the country, and so on and so forth. And I just stared at it. Like, he brought it over to me, and I don't know why he would ever bring it over to me. I'm like one of the most left-wing people you can possibly meet, for an independent, at least.
Right.
And he was just like showing it to me. I'm like, you do realize that I could go home right now and rewrite the entirety of the Communist Manifesto and then put that Black Lives Matter stamp at the top of it on Photoshop, and that doesn't make it any less something that Black Lives Matter posted. And he wanted to argue with me, and I'm like, hey, here's the thing. I don't care what... He's like, I saw it on a news report. I'm like, I don't care
Oh my
what white
God.
supremacist Facebook chat you go to find that news report. But I don't believe it because it's fucking stupid, and it'll take me 2 minutes online to figure out whether that's fake or not.
You see,
Yo, do you guys have Parlor?
Mm-mm,
I don't know what that is, so apparently
I don't
not.
think so.
Oh my God.
What's Parlor?
So, okay, so it might be pronounced parlay, which is French for to speak, but
I've
it's
heard
Twitter.
parlay.
Yeah, it's Twitter for Nazis.
Oh.
Really?
That
It is
doesn't shock me.
No, I've never heard of that as a
amazing.
thing.
We don't have Nazi forums. We have incel forums.
Do you remember Milo?
Uh-uh. Well, I remember like
remember-
an Xbox Connect Milo that failed, but that's
Oh
about
my
it.
God. Okay. So, oh God, I so
Forgot about
basically
Milo,
him,
didn't you?
him in the flesh, but super damaged. So he was this mouthpiece for the far right, who was like super openly gay, while also super openly like homophobic, transphobic, misogynist, just like a fucking awful person. But because he himself personally was gay, the right would champion him around to like show like, see,
So
we
he's
have
like-
them too.
So he's like the anti-SJW.
Yeah, well, 100%, 100%. And so he got banned from YouTube, Twitter, life, basically. So he only exists now on Parlay, and he has been having the biggest meltdown over the recent events with the Supreme Court.
Right.
But he's saying, you know, like, we need to burn the Republican Party down, and I can't believe I risked my livelihood defending a stupid narcissist clown, and now I have nothing to show for it. It's the most delightful little slice of the internet you can go to if you want, where all the people who get kicked off of real social media go there and basically just tweet death threats to the FBI as if nothing's going to happen to them.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
What a bunch of champs.
I mean, like, everyone's got a hero, folks.
That's actually a pretty good story, actually. Whenever I got, because the computer we're using right now, the computer I have for all my music, and the only reason I'm able to push forward with all this is because old Stebbin here was nice enough to give me a computer. But
Yo.
the background of my computer is locked to whatever his background is. So
Awesome.
I was having an issue getting set up with my, like, I went ahead and I bought a Microsoft account so I could change my background specifically.
I remember this now.
And I had to call the IT people because apparently I bought like the business mode instead of the casual, like the home
Oh,
fucking
yep.
Windows. So like, here, let me get into your system and get this worked out. So they go ahead, they hop on, they take remote control, and they see the background that Stebbin had, which was
Yeah.
was it Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, and Donald Trump holding a rifle, and it says, "Not all heroes wear capes." And the guy from the tech support thing was just like, "So, this background, you white?" And I'm like, "Actually, well, I mean, kinda, yeah, but no, that's the background of my buddy Stebbin." He's like, "Stebbin white?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "1 minute," and you just hear him getting other people from the tech support area, and they're just laughing. He's just like losing their shit over it. And they're like, "Can you tell him thank you for this? We needed this today." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, brother."
That's so good.
I'm like the best guy to end up like on a join.me meeting trying to fix somebody's computer, because I haven't done it recently because I'm too lazy, but like once every like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, I'll change my background. And it's just whatever. Like one time it was just Stalin and the fucking hammer and sickle, and it was just like this really nice like red background. Like you've seen it, you know.
Yeah, I've seen it.
For no reason. It was just because I wanted someone to come into my house, see me turn on my computer, like, "Stebbin, what the fuck is this?" I'm
Hey,
like,
when
yeah.
I was working retail the past couple years, I like got halfway to a management position such that I was like using the manager's computer all the time, and we would take turns trying to like one up each other on just like what the background would be. But it kept circling back to it would alternate between a picture of 9/11 with Mario and a pregnant Sonic rubbing their belly. In front of it, this says "Mistakes into Miracles." That was one of them. And the other one was just I don't know if you've seen it, but it's that like really well done painting of like Donald Trump surfing into a beach on a tank while an eagle in the background is shooting off a gun that says "Freedom" on it. A bunch of fireworks are going off and there's flags everywhere, and I think he's wearing like a championship wrestling belt in it.
You see, like my Discord image is still like it used to be one of my backgrounds, but I still love it so much. It's Elmo breathing fire, but in priest robes.
Awesome.
He's got like a raven on his fucking, like, it's like literally like a full person except with Elmo's head, and he's breathing fire, and there's like a bird on his fucking, like, perched on his arm, and a scepter in the other arm. It was just.
Right now, it's fucking Donkey Kong, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I haven't bothered to change it.
Sex and gender are the same thing. That's funny. I don't remember having gender with your mom last night. And now that's just the background on my computer until he changes it one day. Because I have no choice. I'm not rebuying it. And I'm definitely not calling tech support again.
Nope.
No. Call tech support again.
I'll just wait for you to get something really fucking egregious on there.
Oh, don't worry. I will.
Man, my backgrounds are so tame now.
See, oh, yeah, that's right. I know what my background is now. It's always yours.
Yeah.
I love that that's a thing.
Every once in a while, I will just have, like, one of these days you're going to come up on there, and I'll decided this month is Culture Month, and I got, like, a nice 4K picture in the background. No hidden memes, nothing. It's just a nice, pretty image.
A waterfall.
Yeah. Like, I'll get, like, a wild hair up my ass to look like a cultured human being for once in my fucking life. And then, like, 2 weeks later, I'm like, this sucks. I hate it. Where's
I
Donkey
try that
Kong
with
saying misogynist things?
I've been trying for a decade now to graduate from the, like, Windows 95 theme.
Don't. It's too perfect.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'll give you the idea that just popped into my head. Just go get a picture of Tim the Toolman Taylor from Home Improvement.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh.
Just...
Well, I mean, that's what I got the name of my business from.
What is the name of your business?
Borland Studio, named after Al Borland from Home Improvement.
That's
Attaboy.
fucking beautiful.
Proud of you.
Yeah, because I dropped out of business school, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do a studio. And I needed sound treatment, and it's expensive, so I was building it myself. And while I was building it, I was also binge-watching Home Improvement. And so I was like, oh, I need to name my studio. And, you know, I've got, like, a drill in my hand. I was like, oh, I'm like Tim the Toolman Taylor. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, I haven't set the house on fire yet. I'm more like Al. And so it just became Borland Studio. And I haven't looked back.
That's fucking beautiful. See, I can't think about fucking Home Improvement without like I made a video some point last year about Tool and the new album that they had and how upset I was at it because of the extremely long, like 2-minute intros and outros for every song.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire time, whenever I was done, I've got a thing. I'm not afraid to take the content I make shitting on someone and send it to them. I'm not afraid of their criticism. I want their arguments. I want to know why they did what they do. So I sent it to him, but I keep calling him Tim the Toolman Maynard, and he just really doesn't like it.
Do you think he gets that a lot?
I like to hope so. If not,
it just pissed him off.
Everyone start calling him Tim the Toolman Maynard.
What if he grew up in a home where that was the backdrop TV show while his dad was just kicking the shit out of him while he's holding a whiskey bottle? And you're just like bringing up the worst memories of his fucking life.
There's just some cunt on the internet called Cancer Bus making his life difficult.
I'm just picturing like he's the runt twin and the good twin's name is Tim. So like it's an extra hot button to call him Tim the Toolman Maynard.
He's like the
I'll never be my brother.
The brother who gets like everything and is currently like watching you get your ass beat by your drunk dad while he's studying like a good boy. Fuck you, Tim.
And he's like so successful that no one has to know who he is or that he exists. And meanwhile, actual Maynard is like, yeah, well, I once went 30 years without releasing an album, even though that's my job.
Fucking right.
Like,
I
even
never
in success, he's the bad twin.
I love how people are like, no, they put so much time into it. It's a good album. I'm like, if it takes anyone that long to release an album,
not even just an album. Look, Duke Nukem,
because they kept touring, they kept doing shit.
Like I said, Duke Nukem Forever took 20 years for them to make, Josh.
Duke Nukem Forever jumped so many different fucking companies, though, too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And it was still, yes, trash. Complete trash of a game.
20 years in the fucking making. Almost 30 years in the making when that game came out.
Straight into the bargain bin.
I saw that game in a $5 bin after a week after its release because they couldn't sell a single fucking copy.
A buddy of ours was literally so excited about it, he bought it on release day, and then they wouldn't let him return it.
Yeah, I had a friend who, had a friend. It's past tense. He's sort of a neo-Nazi now, but
wonderful.
He was a day one Duke Nukem guy, and I remember like going to his house and watching him play it, and just kind of like watching him play it, and just be like, this game isn't very good. But I didn't want to say it though, because he was all hyped up on it.
A turd in the hand is worth two in the bush. That was the only line from that fucking game that I fucking remember, and I'm like, you wrote that, and you felt good about it.
Yeah, there was a guy who was
the dialogue
there,
in that game. There's some nuggets in there.
Oh no! Duke Nukem's gold in his own special way.
No, you want to know how to you want to know how to get like gold mine out of Duke Nukem in the last 10 years? It's not Duke Nukem Forever. It's the Bulletstorm DLC.
Yeah.
They put out a Bulletstorm, that shit like gore shooter that they put out, like,
yeah, I remember,
for the 360.
Yeah, I remember.
They put out something called Duke Nukem World Tour where it replaced your character with Duke Nukem with his own lines.
Awesome.
That's actually great. I think
and like
every first-person shooter should have Duke Nukem in it somewhere.
It's just going through the whole story. Nobody ever references the fact that he's Duke Nukem, but he always has he has his own lines for responses for things.
Oh, I love that.
That's fucking beautiful.
And it's John DiMaggio just minding his own fucking business.
John DiMaggio is Duke Nukem?
I think so.
Oh, that's beautiful. I can only dream.
I'm not sure if that's who it was, but like the guy that does the voice for Duke Nukem, I thought it was John DiMaggio.
Oh, I don't think John DiMaggio is the voice of Duke Nukem, my guy.
Wouldn't shock me.
No.
Looking it up.
Do it.
Josh was gonna.
I was John St. John.
What is it?
John St. John.
John St.
John. There you go.
That's the whitest name.
I got the John right. I got that John right, part right, like extremely right.
Yeah, you were on the John, just not the Saint.
No, I'm not.
Holy shit, he's been doing Duke Nukem's voice since 97 or 96.
Yeah.
He's just the guy.
He's just the Duke Nukem man.
He's also Big the Cat.
He's Big the Cat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But yeah, they probably got him because Aaron Ego Raptor Hansen was just like, no, I'm not going anywhere near that.
No, I've seen him fucking on other shows playing Big the Cat.
But no, like John St. John does a really good Duke. Like he's the classic Duke Nukem, but there was like one thing with Aaron at a voice actor con sitting next to him, and had to pretend to be. They were both Duke Nukem, but doing lines from an episode of Doctor Who.
Awesome. Oh, I like that.
That's fucking beautiful.
And it was like Aaron does a pretty good Duke Nukem.
Aaron's a good voice actor.
Yeah.
He's an impeccable voice actor.
I don't care much for him as a comedian, but
man, it breaks my heart. Just like he's got so many talents and makes his living doing 0 of them.
It's so strange to me to watch.
It's like I still watch like Grump stuff on occasion just because like I've always rooted for Aaron, but like. Man,
he just stopped being funny at some point.
Yeah,
and
that's why I switched over to Oni Plays, and I love Oni Plays.
Like I'll watch Oni Plays still every once in a while, but now I just like I basically just don't do anything on YouTube at all other than watch random fucking videos.
Is it just missing Ding Dong and Julian a little bit?
A little bit.
I get that. I like Ding Dong and Julian.
They had way too much chemistry.
They had incredible chemistry.
What did I miss?
Oh, on Oni Plays, there used to be it used to pretty much for the most part, be Ding Dong, Julian, and Chris, but lately it's been, Lyle Rath, Psychic Pebbles, Tomar, which are great. I love all of them. They're fucking wonderful and funny people.
That trio has so much chemistry.
They do. Like I still nightly I go to sleep to watching them do the Crash Insane trilogy that came out, the remake.
Yeah.
And like it's such a well done. It's just so much. It's relaxed. It's fun.
Like one of
Ding Dong's probably one of the funniest people I've ever seen on the internet.
One of my favorite
100%.
Episodes of that was when they were playing Tripalion or whatever it's called, that fucking penguin.
Yeah. I still like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings was the best.
It was like the snowball fight one, and it's not the whole thing. It was just this one section where Ding Dong found a character named Arnold. He started, I'm Arnold, and just for like the entire game, just kept talking like that quietly in the background.
Oh man, Todd, dude, it's been so great having you on, man.
Yeah,
is there any
thanks, man.
Out of curiosity, would you like to plug your Twitches? Because I know you've got one for music and you've got one for your gaming.
Yeah, I don't know which is which, so I'm gonna guess. Sometimes I play video games on twitch.tv/Dr. Walt Disney. That's DrWaltJisney. And sometimes I mix stuff for the internet as Todd Borland, which is like Todd with 2 Ds and Borland like Al Borland. Right now, I'm so hyper focused on finishing this record I'm working on though that I'm just not streaming.
Right.
Until like January, just because that like 5% of my brain power that's spent like engaging with the chat, I just can't afford to spend that.
One thing that's helped me a lot is I've gotten Streamlabs, and I've mapped something to which allows me to just like bring up the comment section without having to leave my screen. It's so nice.
Yeah, I've got a triple monitor setup, so like it's always right there somewhere.
You see, I'm running single monitor.
So it's just that interactivity when you've got your own shit going on. I get that.
I'm really thinking about just grabbing another monitor or something, but in the
meantime,
it
helps.
It really
I was running 2 for so long, and I was like, I could never go back to 1, and now I'm running 3, and even when I'm on 2, I'm like, what do I do with my hands?
What do you do with 3 monitors? I'm genuinely curious about that.
So I've got Reaper up on the big one.
Right.
Which is just, that's the main screen. Usually in the lower left, I'll have the plugin windows. So if I'm like, specifically mixing the bass, I'll have the bass effects in the bottom left while I still have the song in full view up top. And then in the lower right, I'll have like Melodyne or Reddit or YouTube.
Yeah. Come on, Todd. We all know what you really use your 3 monitors for. One for games, one for Netflix, and one that's pulled up on an incognito browser WikiFeet just in case you find an actress that you find especially attractive.
You say
I just
Wiki
keep,
feet? Is that a thing?
yeah,
Awesome.
I just keep F5ing on my own name on WikiFeet. Like, come on, one day these pictures are gonna leak.
Oh, man. Everyone, thank you so much for turning out for the Cancer Bus tonight. Big thank you to Todd. Also, don't forget to check him out on YouTube, Spotify. He's got music on there, whether or not he wants you to listen to it. And it's all, in I don't know, in my opinion, I've enjoyed pretty much everything you've put out. You've been very
Thanks,
consistent. Man. No,
Yeah.
definitely. It's.
I appreciate that.
You know, we've literally like I still listen to a lot of theater. You've done
That's
very
fucking
good
dope.
with music.
Yeah,
over
except
the
We're
years,
working on
man.
a new record. We are
Really?
working on a new one. Yes.
Oh, that fills me with
Nice.
genuine fucking glee.
Nice.
Yeah, there's probably like 20 songs we've got demoed out, and then we'll whittle it down to the 10 or so that actually make the album. But
Fuck yeah, my guy.
yeah, stuff's going on.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm real quiet about it because I don't like telling people I'm doing stuff.
Right.
I prefer to just be like, I did it.
All right, don't upload the episode now. Now they know.
Oh, shit, was I not supposed to be live tweeting this? My bad.
Oh no, we were. Also, everyone,
Todd says his feet have pictures.
don't forget also to check him out on Twitter at Walt Disney. And
Yeah,
everyone, have yourself a good night. This has been Josh, Stebbin, and good old Toddy B. coming at you over the Spotify and now on iTunes. Thank you and have a wonderful night.